Yeah, right. Questions for Kenny?
So what's been your first impressions of Coach Whipple working with him?
Really intelligent guy. A lot of experience. I have 2 years left of college ball, and I really just want to learn as much as I can from him because, he's got, in the short amount of time that we've had just meeting and being out on the field, he has a ton of knowledge that I want to learn from, and just use it to help my game.
Did you ever met him or talk to him before that first time in January or whatever it was?
No, that was the first time I met him. He was actually recruiting one of my teammates in high school. I never got in contact with him though. Small world because he was recruiting one of my teammates and now he's coaching me, so it's kind of fun.
Kenny, can a team begin carving out its identity this far off from the season? If so, what do you think the identity of this team should be and needs to be?
I think every year is a new team. We're not going to be the same team as last year. We lost a lot of quality players that are going on to the next level and beyond and doing great things. So I'd say, throughout the off season and now the spring, we'll kind of figure out what kind of team we're going to be, and the personalities that we have on this team will come out when we're competing against each other on the field. So you can't say now. You'll probably have a better idea at the end of the spring game.
As far as your recruitments went, this is your third quarterbacks coach. You recruited by Canada. How is the transition going from one guy to the next?
It's smooth. Everyone has different ways of calling things, but it's all relatively the same. In terms of mechanics-wise, it is all the same really. There's kind of everyone has their own kind of style, but at the end of the day, if you get to the right points and you throw it right, you see everyone kind of ends up in the same spot. So I just like learning from different people. Like you said, 3 quarterback coaches, I got to hear from different people and their opinions on how to read things and what's the best way to do things. They all have different ways, but at the end of the day, they all work. So it's kind of figuring out which is the best way that you feel that fits your game and how you can mold it to make the offense better.
Does it at all feel like starting over?
New offense is completely start over. I just completely focus on what I have to do for the offense and focus on my job before I go help anybody else. Because if I don't know what's going on, then we're in trouble. So really just getting in my playbook, for a couple hours a day, just really focus on bettering myself as a player and then help the offense.
There's different wrinkles in the offense this year?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a different offense. Very excited playing it. That's really all I'll say. Just pumped up to
You won't give me too many secrets?
No, we'll see.
Well, he's got a reputation for really getting the most out of his playmakers. When you look back at the last couple of years at UMass, tight end catches 60 passes, and then the next year the tight end's got some receiver catches 100 or something. Have you gotten that sense that he's able to kind of hone in on the guys who can make plays and figuring out ways to get them the ball?
Yeah, right. That's exactly it. I watched a ton of UMass film with him already, and you can see from year, like you said, it was the tight end in 1 year. The really good receiver the next year. So he molds his offense to what his talent level is. Where is he going to make the most points? How are we going to make the most damage to a defense? And that's really what he's going to exploit. So I'm sure he's really just figuring it out now. What's our strength? What's our weakness? And how we're going to attack people from there.
Kenny, go ahead, Jerry.
With that being specific, are there new concepts and new plays you haven't seen before?
I've seen them, but we just haven't run them. It's kind of a hard thing to word for you guys without, I really don't want to get into the X's and O's deal, but just new philosophy, new techniques on certain things that I'm just excited to play.
Kenny, give us some 4 linemen, a couple of big-time tailbacks, some other receivers as well. How different does it feel around here with the offense right now?
It's the same. It's the same every year. You lose guys every year. You wish they were walking through the door, but they're not. So it's time for new guys to step up, and our guys are going to do that. I have all the faith in the world in our players and our teammates we have here. So really, just day one, there's going to be some kinks, some rust, but as the spring goes on, you want to see some development. You want to see some improvement with our new offense, and I think we will.
What did you learn? Winning the Coastal was a significant step, but then you lost 3 to end the season. So what is the conversation entering this year? Is there a chip on your shoulder for losing those 3, or is it more about building upon the Coastal?
There's always a chip on your shoulder when you're playing. I feel like we have a lot of doubters out there, but it's okay. Really just working on ourselves and our team, our offense. Specifically focus on the offense for me. I know the defense will take care of everything they got. Like you said, winning the Coastal was obviously an awesome achievement. We didn't end the way we wanted to. So I think a full focus going into the next season is finishing what we start and going out the right way.
Kenny, what did you learn from last year?
We don't have enough time to really put into words what I learned. Really just, like you said, taking what I learned. I'm not going to go on about what I did, but taking what I learned and just improving myself and taking the next step forward is something I'm focused on.
When we talked to Coach
This is
Whipple,
the last one. Did Coach Whipple win?
yeah, when we talked to Coach Whipple, he said when he came in and met with you guys, like during his interview process or whatever, like one of the first things that you mentioned to him and he mentioned to you guys was like, how do we beat Clemson now? Like, we've been there, we've seen it. I mean, how realistic, I guess, do you see that as a goal for this team in 2019?
Yeah, it's definitely realistic, but it's fun to talk about. But at the end of the day, you have to pay the price now in order to invest on it later and cash in when the time comes. So that's all. It all sounds great now, but we have a ton of work to do that we're just focused on right now. And right now it's just spring, and then you got summer, then you got camp, and then you can start talking about the season. So really, we just got to focus on learning the offense. I mean, we had one install in today. 4 total over the offseason, just kind of studying it. But it's totally different when you have a walkthrough versus going out there and playing full speed. So, once we have our legs under us and our grip on the playbook, and then we'll be ready to go.
Thanks, Kenny.
Thank you very much.